U.S. President Donald Trump has said there will be no deal with Iran except an unconditional surrender by the Islamic Republic. Trump posted on Truth Social, and I quote, "There will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. After that, and the selection of a great and acceptable leaders, we and many of our wonderful and very brave allies and partners will work tirelessly to bring Iran back from the brink of destruction, making it economically bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Iran will have a great future. Make Iran great again. MIGA." Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump. Trump's remark comes after he hinted at playing and indicated that Washington, D.C. intended to play a significant role in shaping Iran's post-war political landscape. In an interview to Politico, the president claimed that the American people were loving what was happening in Iran, despite polls showing broad disapproval in the U.S. of the ongoing war.
The United States military, together with the wonderful Israeli partners, continues to totally demolish the enemy far ahead of schedule and at levels that people have never seen before, actually. We're destroying more of Iran's missiles and drone capability every single hour, knocking them out like nobody thought was possible. As soon as they set off a missile, within 4 minutes, the launcher gets hit. They don't know what's happening. But we have the greatest military anywhere in the world. Their Navy is gone. 24 ships in 3 days. That's a lot of ships. Their anti-aircraft weapons are gone. So they have no air force. They have no air defense. All of their airplanes are gone. Their communications are gone. Missiles are gone. Launches are gone. About 60% and 64% respectively. Other than that, they're doing quite well. I said, what's left? But they're tough, and they want to fight. And they're calling, they're saying, how do we make a deal? I said, you're being a little bit late, and we want to fight now more than they do. We've had 47 years, depending on the way you count it, but 47 years of horror with this group. And, when you see somebody walking down the street without their legs, without the arms, whose face is so badly affected and hurt, it mostly came from 95% Soleimani and Iran.
Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister, Syed Abbas Araghchi, has threatened the United States and Israel as war entered day 7. In an X post, Araghchi shared a picture of 2 coffins of those dead in the ongoing war. The Iranian foreign minister wrote, "Our brave and powerful armed forces will avenge each and every Iranian mother, father, and child who has been targeted by hostile forces." Iran has continuously targeted Israel and American military installations using its drones and missiles. The Israeli media claimed that Israel's Ben Gurion International Airport was hit by Iran's Khorramshahr missiles. The Iranian ballistic missiles targeted the Ben Gurion International Airport in Israel, the Israeli media reported. According to Israeli media, there had been no reports of injuries following the latest Iranian ballistic missile attack on central Israel. According to the Israeli military, a small number of missiles were launched in the salvo. There were no reports of direct impacts in residential areas. Fragments reportedly landed in some areas. Sirens went off in Tel Aviv again after Iran launched ballistic missiles on the Israeli capital. The latest strikes mark a full week of attacks affecting countries across the Middle East. The IDF Home Front Command said civilians in areas where sirens sounded can now leave bomb shelters, but should still remain close to them. The Iranian military's missile strikes took place amid Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu chairing a meeting on the security assessment. Video released by the Israeli government press office showed alleged footage from the meeting of Benjamin Netanyahu with security officials, including David Zini, head of Israel's security agency, and several ministers. Those present included Defense Minister Israel Katz, Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. Iran on Friday said it mass-launched ballistic missiles at Israel, according to the Iranian state-owned television. The report identified them as Khaybar, Khorramshahr 4, and Fatah. Iran said the launch marks Wave 22 of Operation True Promise 4. On Thursday, the Israeli military said its air force carried out 2,500 strikes and dropped over 6,000 munitions on Iran.
Our Air Force pilots have conducted 2,500 strikes, dropping over 6,000 munitions. In just 24 hours, our pilots cleared the path to Tehran. We destroyed about 80% of their air defense systems. We've gained almost total air superiority over Iran's skies. We neutralized and destroyed over 60% of the ballistic missile launchers, a most significant achievement, reducing harm to the home front and saving many lives. This is an ongoing effort, but I emphasize the threat has not yet been removed. Every missile is deadly and poses a danger. Upon the successful completion of the initial surprising opening strike phase, during which we successfully established complete air superiority and effectively neutralized their entire ballistic missile array, we are now transitioning to the subsequent phase of this ongoing campaign. In this next stage, we will significantly intensify our targeting of the regime's core foundations and its overall military capabilities. We possess further unexpected strategic maneuvers which I do not intend to disclose at this particular moment.
We will pursue our enemies, every single one, and we will overtake them.
There will be no more questions. We will continue to operate to protect the safety and security of the residents of the North. We will work tirelessly to remove this persistent threat, and we will not relent in our efforts to disarm Hezbollah.
On Thursday, Iran's Revolutionary Guards Corps had claimed it fired the advanced Khorramshahr 4 ballistic missiles towards the Ben Gurion airport.
Iran has leveled its fury at the very heart of Israel. In a bold, unprecedented escalation, Tehran says it unleashed advanced Khorramshahr 4 ballistic missiles toward Ben Gurion International Airport, the gateway to Tel Aviv, and the nearby Israeli Air Force Base. According to Iran's Revolutionary Guard, the strikes aimed straight at the city's skies at dawn, a message thunderous and clear. This conflict will not be contained, and no target is off limits. As missiles streak across borders, the world watches and waits for what comes next. Iran's Khorramshahr ballistic missile is a liquid-fueled system measuring about 13 meters in length and has a launch weight of around 20 tons. According to IRGC-linked Fars news agency, the long-range missile has an estimated range of about 2,000 kilometers and a warhead capable of carrying more than 1 ton of high explosives. The United States and Israeli military intensified their bombardment of Iran's security forces and other symbols of power. Sirens sounded again in Israel on Wednesday afternoon, following simultaneous launches from Lebanon and Iran. Iran has fired regular salvos of missiles and drones at Israel, though most of the incoming fire has been intercepted. 11 people in Israel have been killed since the conflict began. The Iranian military and IRGC launched back-to-back ballistic missiles at Israel overnight, triggering panic and chaos across the Jewish state.
In a massive retaliatory action, the Iranian military and IRGC launched back-to-back ballistic missiles at Israel overnight, triggering panic and chaos across the Jewish state. Iran launched a fresh wave of ballistic missiles in response to the non-stop US and Israeli bombardments of Tehran and other parts of the country. This prompted the Israeli military to issue 3 separate alerts in under 2 hours. The barrage triggered red alert sirens in several areas, including Tel Aviv. Warning sirens activated across central Israel and parts of the northern occupied West Bank. This triggered panic all around as residents rushed to seek shelter. The IDF, in a statement, said it detected the launch of a fresh round of missile salvos from Iran. The IDF stated that its defensive systems were actively operating to intercept the threat. AFP reported that explosions were heard in Jerusalem after warnings of incoming Iranian missile fire. However, Israel's emergency services reported no casualties. The IDF said it detected another ballistic missile launch from Iran, triggering rocket warning alerts in a number of northeastern Israeli communities and settlements in the northern West Bank. Meanwhile, the Magen David Adom ambulance service said no injuries were reported in the latest Iranian ballistic missile attack, and the Home Front Command allowed Israelis to leave bomb shelters following the third overnight ballistic missile attack from Iran. As Iran continues to fire, Israel too struck back hard. The Israeli military said it has begun a new wave of strikes targeting military infrastructure in Tehran. The IDF, in a statement, informed that the IDF has begun an additional wave of strikes targeting military infrastructure belonging to the Iranian regime across Tehran. This followed Israeli fighter jets earlier completing a wide-scale strike on an eastern Tehran compound containing command centers and internal security personnel. Kurdish media reported that Israel hit buildings in Iran belonging to the Basij, the volunteer police arm of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and buildings belonging to internal security forces. Police stations and IRGC headquarters in the Kurdish regions of northwestern Iran were also razed by strikes. Israeli aggression was not limited to Iran. It has also carried out a wave of airstrikes on Iranian security targets and Hezbollah in Beirut.